one more week to go and we will know the Voice Season 11 winner. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your no frills, the voice commentary from a singer. But let me tell you what happened tonight. Tonight is the top 8 semifinals. Each person will perform 2 songs, a solo and a duet, and 4 will be eliminated tomorrow night. We started out with TeamAlicia. Kristen Cuevas did To Worship You I Live Away by Israel and New Breed, and he played guitar on this and started out singing way down in his range. It was a really nice, pleasing, and soothing sound, such a stark difference from his piercing upper tone, and he showed that side also. This was moving as the drums came in and he started singing in Spanish, and we got the sound of a full background choir. Was that them in the pit below him? I think he did say later on, I heard Carson say it, but I wasn't too sure. It wasn't clear, and they didn't seem to be mic'd. So this was also beautiful emotionally, and the music dropped out near the end. Oh, very, very moving. Then we got our first duet. It was McDonald and Erin Gibson. They did 4-5 Seconds by Rihanna and Kanye, and I love them doing this song. I wish they would have coordinated looks a little better, but Erin looked really good in that blue suit and sounded good, though he sometimes looked like he was very nervous and kind of following Way around the stage. Way always seems so comfortable on stage, and they sounded pretty good together. TeamMiley was up next with Caldwell. She did I Will Always Love You. Oh my God, Dolly, Parton, and Whitney Houston. This was another beautiful look for Ali, and I love the violin starting out. Just one single violin started out while she was singing and the piano backing her up. This is an iconic song, and there are obviously going to be comparisons to Whitney Houston, but she stood up very well to that version, and she found a few places to make it her own and kept it moving along. She also had such good support, breath support, dynamic control, even at the end of the song, and this is a difficult song, and sometimes you feel like, oh my goodness about it, but at the end she just seemed like she could just keep going on and on and on, singing for days and days. Absolutely loved it. Alicia called it a perfect performance. Then we had TeamAdam with Fletcher doing Angel by McLachlan, and his mic sounded a little mute as this started out, but I was tearing up thinking about a friend who passed away. Oh my God, I just found out today, I'm sorry. But I started tearing up during the song and stuff like that, but I did notice a few spots where he seemed a little shaky, but the emotion was there, and he loosened up a bit once he took the mic off the stand and sang right to the audience and the camera. I also wrote, did the audio seem muted to anyone else, like it was too much bass in the mix, not enough highs? I don't know what was going wrong with it, and they fixed it for other people's, but this was just wasn't great as far as the sound. Then we got our next duet. It was Sundance Head and Josh Gallagher doing Feelin Alright by Joe Cocker. Oh yeah! I love the piano bringing this in and the organ wail before the vocal. Both guys played their guitars, and the percussion was heavy in the mix. It all combined to make a really rollicking performance. Sundance sounded great, and Josh kept up with him. Though they have different voices, I do prefer the depth and richness of Sundance's sound, but Josh's bright lightness was a good counterbalance to that. TeamAlicia was up next with McDonald doing Scars to Your Beautiful by Alessia Cara, and I was really enamored of the lighting, the mic stand that lit up. That was really cute and gave me a little smile as she started out. She seemed so in tune to this lyric, like it was really resonating in her heart. I felt like she had really turned over every word as she was singing, and she was really just doing natural little things as if she was talking the lyrics. You could just feel that she was all into it. I also love her stage movements where she gets down and does a little hip hop thing and all this. The way she embodies the lyrics in her own way, and she just works the stage, and it's just so natural and so normal and so authentic with her. She had a little trouble with one of the big notes, and she had some wobbly things going on vocally, but she was back in tune for the little anthem call. And I just felt like at times this whole production and the sound kind of overpowered her a little bit, and she was trying to go over that, which kind of threw it all out of sync a little bit, but it was still a pretty good performance. Then we had TeamMiley with Erin Gibson doing Everything I Do It For You by Bryan, and they pumped the mic level for this one for him, and the song really fit in his sound, but he was going flat on the ends of phrases. It also looked to me like this was a challenge for him vocally, but he was giving his best at points, but other times it felt like he was just kind of giving in, and I wasn't feeling the emotional connection for this performance. I think this might have been his worst performance in a while for me. And if you're enjoying the commentary, and if this is my worst performance in a while, Please make sure to thumb it up and let me know that you're watching and enjoying it. It also keeps me motivated. We got one more week to go with The Voice. Happy holidays, everybody, if I haven't said it before, and thank you so much for your thumbs. The next duet was Christian Cuevas and Billy Gilman. They did Unsteady by the ex-Ambassadors, and they started out way away from each other, each in like a mosh pit. I liked Billy's energy as they approached each other, but was a little weirded out as they were singing If You Love Me into each other's eyes during the chorus. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it with them. I felt like this was more in Christian's wheelhouse, and he handled it better vocally. Billy, for the first time for me, seemed a little off and a little flat and wasn't quite hitting some of the notes, so I don't know what was going on there. Then we had TeamAdam's Josh Gallagher doing Danny's Song by Loggins and Messina, and he started out playing guitar and singing, and the song sounded really good in his voice. Such a signature country sound, and even just sitting there, he was relating to the audience. You could tell he was looking out and really making connections with people just to tell his story. He also showed off a few clear as bell high notes and then relaxed back into his lower range and then back up into the higher notes, showing some really nice range and tone changes in his vocal. Very good performance from him. Our last duet of the night was Caldwell and Fletcher doing It's Only Love by Bryan Adams, and Brendan played the electric for this, and it started with a lot of flash and intensity. His vocal, he was all in, singing his butt off and playing the heck out of that guitar. Allie brought the smooth when she came in with her vocal, and this was another complimentary vocal performance. She also came and engaged him very well and worked the crowd a little bit, and someone else was also playing the guitar, if you'll notice, because he stopped playing and the riffs was still coming. I was like, all right, go ahead and play it. But this, for me, was the best duet of the night. Their voices were strength matching strength, but each had their own little, his gruff and her smoothness really had a really nice blend going on. I really enjoyed this. Next we had Team Blake with Sundance Head doing Love Can Build a Bridge by the Judds, and this was sounding really great in rehearsal, so no pressure, Sundance. There's no doubt that he felt the lyric as he started this out, and the notes just oozed out of him. He also made a lot of eye contact, but also at times just internalized the emotions, and then he just shared them, and it was just so nice, so sweet to see. The choir behind him was a nice touch, but I was sold by the time he hit the bridge, and then he cut loose with the high notes, and he really made this a competition performance. He was in it to win it, and I think the best thing like any singer could say when they're listening to somebody sing is he made me want to sing along with him, which is really good. You know, this country, I ain't no country singer, but I really wanted to sing this song with him. It was just so good. And in the pimp spot, we had TeamAdam with Billy Gilman doing I Surrender by Celine Dion. Woo! The opening shot with the chandelier reflecting in the piano was absolutely gorgeous. Him standing there, I felt the epicness coming, but it was kind of slow in the verse. The first verse, his vocal really started sailing when he got to the chorus. The second verse also had a little more energy, probably because he was actually walking over to the audience and singing to people. You could see that he knew he was nailing it just before the background chorus started singing, and it just fueled him to go further in those long notes and the high notes and longer and higher. His mic technique is so great, almost too good sometimes, because he'll be pulling off that note and we'll get like the echo of the high note, and I want to hear more of the epicness of it, like it full on. We're not getting the full on sound. At the end, all the coaches stood for him. I was about ready to give a little more waterworks, but I didn't. I held it in. I kept it together. This was just epic and so wonderful. A wonderful end to the night. Such great performances. Who were your best? Please tell me down in the comments. Tomorrow night, again, 4 are going home. What 4 are you predicting in the finale? Tell me down in the comments. Thank you so much for your thumbs. This is Robert Antine, RobertAntine.com. I'm out.